Hello. So as I promised yesterday, here is a look inside my Malden Personal FiloDori. I have a video that I will link down below that shows exactly how I made this, how I de-ringed this Malden and set it up as a FiloDori. And also it shows then a brief flip through of how I was going to use it. Well, I decided, especially at the end of One Book July, that I wanted to do something different, and I thought that if I could find the calendars and planner inserts that I needed, there's nothing stopping me from moving on in here. So that's what I did. So I took a couple of notebooks out of here and added some more in, and so now we're going to go through it. I took off, and actually I sold my Chic Sparrow Pocket Maverick, which I never thought I would do, but there's someone that was looking for it, and I'm a sucker for an in search of. And so I took my Outlander charm off there, and I think this works pretty well. I'll zoom in so you can see. How cool is that? How much does that coordinate? Love it, especially with the ribbon up there and everything. So this was from Crafter's Retreat, and it was part of my Geek Dory, my Outlander Geek Dory from Annika Hanby. So I switched out one Crafter's Retreat charm for another. Love her work. I have a video review of her stuff, so make sure you check that out. But let's dive on in. So the satisfying snap of a Malden. Alright, so this is my wallet, my planner, my journal, everything. So I love the pockets of the Malden. Can we just talk about that for a minute, how awesome they are, especially for a wallet. And the whole thing, I mean, I should show this first. It is so stuffable. Check this out. Look how full this is. Now, if this was a ringed planner, if it still had rings in it, it would be a bit concerning how stuff, especially from the top. Check that out. But there are no rings to damage, so I don't have to worry about that, and I can just enjoy all of its chunky goodness, everything I need in here. So, I have all my wallet stuff up here. I finally have a place for coins, because in my Giglio Giramondo, I had no place for coins. I also have my spare house key in here. In my Giglio, I had it stuck into the back secretarial pocket behind the coupons. I can't count the number of times it just went flying out in the store. I nearly lost it once. Not a good place, so now I've got a safe zippered compartment for it. I just have some Post-its and page flags here, as well as this was the bottom of my brother's save the date card from a year ago probably at this point, but I just thought it was pretty, so I like that little bit of color peeking out. Starbucks card, library, gym card, driver's license, and all sorts of ID forms and credit cards over there. So this first book is the same. I decided honestly, it's because I love the look of it, that I would keep my list book, my family reference sort of list book in the front. Excuse me, frog in my throat. Even though it's not referenced quite as often. I guess I do use it a lot, especially for the list that is marked here. So a quick flip through this in case you didn't watch my other video. I've got the first few pages blank so I can use it as an index eventually. I've got clothing sizes for my boys and husband, and this is all written in friction. All of the dates and sizes so it can be changed as needed. Doctor's appointments, when we last saw various doctors and when we're due. Cleaning to-dos, various activities we can do around the house. Let me make sure, that is, packing list. So travel checklist and going to the beach or the pool. And this I just use masking stickers. I love using masking stickers to label lists because it just makes everything pop. Next I won't show because there's various parks in our area. I took it from the rec mailer, the rec department mailer that they send out. I also won't show the next because it is places to eat in our area, and so it's location specific. And then here I have all of my youngest words. He is up to 130 now. I was concerned, he's my second kid, and I know second kids often don't talk as quickly, and so I was a bit concerned that he didn't have as many words as my oldest did at this age. So I started keeping track, and he will turn 2 in like a week and a half. Crazy. But he is definitely on track for that. So that's all I have currently in this first one, except in the very back I do have my password list. And this, I can show it to you because it's a special code to myself that I know exactly what my passwords are just from looking at this. So that's there. Then we get into the rest of the wallet stuff. So store membership cards and rewards cards, in various insurance, health, and all my kids' health insurance, my auto insurance, and then ATM card is there. So I usually am so OCD about all of my notebooks and everything being the same size. I don't like having one that's smaller. That's why it was kind of hard for me in One Book July to have that one field notes size popped in there, but I managed because it was just for a month. So I'm okay on the computer, but I'm not great at sizing things down and figuring out what things need to be. And these inserts are not standard personal size. So a lot of makers are making personal size inserts now, and they do not make the size. They're all like 3 3/4 by 6 3/4 or something like that. And that would just bug me to have that off for all of mine. I did cave and get, this is the standard personal size, or it would be standard personal size. I got it just at Walmart. It is the Plan Ahead brand monthly calendar for 2015-2016. And so this is what size all the standard personal size inserts are. Maybe it's 3, yeah, it is 3 3/4 because mine are 4 1/2. So that's the big discrepancy there. The height is basically the same. It's a little bit shorter. Sorry, I shouldn't be correcting this on camera, but I am anyway because it was bugging me and I still didn't fix it. But this is what I'm using for my monthlies, just because I know I could make my own, but I just haven't had the time for it. And I'm doing okay. It kind of bugs me that it's so much skinnier, but it's all right. So just tacked on, I have some stickies with my grocery list. This is stuff I need to get at our grain mill co-op. So it's a standard, I mean, it's pre-made. You can pick it up at the store, month on 2 pages. So this is where the influence of One Book July is shown, because I'm not color coding in my monthlies for the first time since I started paper planning. Again, because I would paper plan for years just using black ink, but since I started again a little over a year ago, I've always color coded. So here it is, all in black ink. Another thing I'm OCD about is having all of the past information. So I went back, and it didn't take too long, and filled in all the information for previous months. Move this over, because we are into August now. And this is just the same little bookmark that I made using transparency or laminated paper, just a laminated paper scrap, so I can see through it, which I like. And then just added a Tim Holtz tab on the top with a paper clip. I cut a little slit so I could do the paper clip through it. So I just cut it down a little bit from my regular size one. Anyway, so here we are in August, and as you can see, all black ink. So I don't differentiate between my different kids' things. I have to write out their names in order to keep track of it, because I can't just glance based on the color. We'll see how it does. We'll see if I can manage it. So far, it's going all right, but I've been using it for not even a day now. So hopefully it will be okay, but you may see some changes going forward. And I have just a little bit of the pre-planning. I haven't copied over everything yet because I just needed this month. So on the back of that, I've got just some Post-its for notes that I need to keep track of. And then I should show how I did this, sorry, because this isn't something that you could just pick up. I was a ring binder person. Obviously, I had this Malden, and so I had various accessories lying around. And so I took a business card holder. It has 6 on each side, just a Filofax one, and then a top-loading envelope that comes standard, and basically all Filofaxes you buy new. And I just took some packing tape and taped them together, and then used some of my favorite washi to just cover up the holes and make it look a little bit prettier. And voila, Traveler's Notebook insert. So that just goes in here and wraps around my monthly. So I can get everything back in. Sorry, this is turning out to be more of a rambling video than I had planned on. So thank you for sticking with me, if you're still sticking with me. Figure out where the middle is. Oh, the other thing about this planner is that it also has contacts in the back, and so I filled in a couple of those. My parents just moved, and I can never remember their address. So I have that and a couple others that I don't have memorized in the back that I might need to reference out and about. It also has like passwords, but I may find a use for that, but I don't have one yet. So my top loading envelope, I'm using this side just for all the coupons and rain checks and various things that I need while out shopping. And then on the back, I just have all they clipped on. This is the same list pad that I use in my regular for meal planning, but we generally do go out or do special things on the weekends. It's not me cooking by myself. And so I did cut off the Saturday and Sunday in order to make this fit, because it would extend down below. So it all fits when I just cut off the weekend, and I can use it just as normal. So here I have my weekly insert, and I had Kat at Boho Cottage custom make these for me. She makes personal size now, but again, that would be a little bit too short and a little bit too skinny. And I could have had just extra white space all along there, but that just seemed like such a waste. So I paid a little more, and she custom made these for me. She did it really, really quickly because she got back to me yesterday about doing it and did it that day because she knew that I wanted to start right away. So I've gone ahead and planned for next week in here. I am staying in, I'm staying in my other one for just the end, just for the continuity. So starting tomorrow, I get to be in here again, all just the black ink. One Book July rubbed off on me, and it's slightly there are fewer things on the tracker. There are fewer spaces for it, which kind of made me sad because I mean, obviously she had to do it in order to have enough space still on the actual days, but I did love how many spots there were on the tracker on the other inserts, but it works fine. It also does away with the notes section, which I really did. I used it maybe once occasionally, and honestly I can just put that whatever things went in the notes I could put up in the goals section instead, or just put it on a post-it and assign it to a specific day and move it around if I didn't do it. So I basically use notes as things that need to get done this week but not on a particular day. So this does go all the way down, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday there. She has a Sunday start as well, and I've been using the Monday start. That's the other thing with this calendar. It is a Sunday start, so that's going to be a shift for me, but that's what I'm doing for now. I may eventually make my own monthly, but this is working so far. So that's just all blank from there. I can show you a blank one, so you can see how gorgeous it is. Even not filled out is gorgeous. So I have it all eclipsed to the right one, and then that same picture of my son on the back. So this I am really proud of. I'm almost as proud of this as I am proud of de-ringing my Malden to begin with. This is a folder that I made. I used Annika Hamby's design with her permission. I sent her a message on Etsy and asked if she would be okay with me copying her design to make this, and she graciously agreed. So I had, when the Michaels by Me opened, that started all of this, that got me these notebooks and started all of it. They had, as part of their grand opening, they had huge packs of scrapbook paper for $5. And so I grabbed up this one. It's the Tea Party collection. I forgot the company that makes it. I just know it's the Tea Party. I think Annika has some of these papers in stock, in fact, in her shop that she uses. But I was flipping through it and saw these two together. First of all, this with this, I thought it was very similar colors. See? And so I thought it would go well in the notebook. But then I saw these two together and just fell in love. So take those out so you can see. And it is just gorgeous to me. I absolutely love this. It's not perfect because this is my first time really making a folder like this. But I think it turned out pretty well. I didn't have a circle punch like she uses. So I just used I think it's called a fancy rectangle or a decorative rectangle punch that I had, and just cut that out. I still have just a to-do list sticky note stuck on here for running to-dos that aren't necessarily on a certain week but don't need to put in a permanent list. And then some stickers and labels, my flags that I use for color coding, the transparent ones. Don't have anything in these back pockets yet. And here I just have some little notebook sheets of paper from the Traveler's Factory that someone sent me. So this is my lovely, beautiful folder that I adore. And I still have my picture sleeve. This was from Simple Stories, I believe. I'll correct it if I get to the back and realize I'm wrong. I showed this in the initial setup video, and I've had this in various other things. But I just have some outdated at this point picture of my kids and Project Life cards. I did leave in this blank journal because once I'm finished with my Midori insert that I'm currently using as a journal, I'm going to move on and use this one. And I've actually been pretty impressed with these notebooks. The paper, again, these are from Michaels. They were just, there was a 2-pack for $2 and really cool designs. But the paper is actually pretty decent quality. I'd said before that I really didn't think it would be fountain pen friendly, but I did test it in one of these notebooks. I don't think it's this one. But in one of these I have a pen test, and there is some show through, there's some ghosting, but there's no bleed through, and it's honestly not that bad. Again, as I said, Staedtlers don't show through it, they don't even ghost through. So it's pretty decent paper quality, especially for the price. So I'm really, really glad I picked these up. I have a whole stock of them now because who knows how long they're going to carry them. But if you have a Michaels near you, definitely pick some up. So that is going to be my journal, and then I have the back of that insert, yes, simple stories. Again, with an outdated picture. I have my list notepad, just for random paper, just random notes I need to take, or I'm out somewhere I need to keep track of something. This is just from the Target dollar spot way back. And then I have a Project Life card that I have some extra sticky notes in, a la Carrie Harling. In my pen holder, I just have my Target dollar spot pen, again, that I've hacked with an InkJoy pen refill. And I think I may make a pen loop at some point and stick it on to something, maybe my coupons or something, and so I can keep a fountain pen handy with me, since these notebooks do take it decently well. So, and also just so I can have it on the go. So there it is. I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, it's pretty cool. I always loved carrying my Maldens with me when I was doing ring binders, and so now I get to carry them again. It's definitely a bit chunkier than my current planner is, but it's shorter, so I'm thinking it'll still fit in my bags pretty well. And I'm excited to try this system out, see how it works for me. Because of the way Kat did the weekly inserts, she redesigned them for the personal size. I'm pretty sure it's about the same writing room because it's wider, and she took away some of the other more superfluous stuff. So I think there may be the same amount of writing space for each day, or maybe even more. Let's see. Let's compare right quick so we can see. Yeah, there is even more writing space because look, it's chunkier this way and this way. So way to go, Kat. That had been one of my concerns about moving down, that I might not be able to use it, have as much information in there, but if anything, I will be able to write even more about what stuff is going on. So there it is. I hope this was fun for you. I said there it is like 5 or 6 times at this point. We're like, why isn't she ending this video? I've got more fun stuff coming up for you in the weeks ahead. We're going to do another What's in My Bag, so I can show off a new maker of bags that I picked one up from her. She's actually a friend and has made several other things for me over the years. So stay tuned for that in the next week. And also another KonMari kitchen video is coming up. So if you want to get nosy and not only see what's in my planner, but see what's in my house, make sure you subscribe and check it out. Give this a thumbs up if you had fun looking through. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the views. And my hope always is that you find something that helps you in your own life and your own planning system. So thank you again. Have a great day. Bye.